So guys, today I'm going to be doing a ranking of all Star Wars films, and I'm not doing TV shows because I haven't actually watched any. So we're going to start with the original A New Hope. I'm going to start off with this one. You might be a little bit surprised. I'm only going to put it in A tier, not S tier, as a lot of people would put it. But the reason for that is probably because as I think there are better ones out there, and I only really want to put the top of the top in S tier. I know Empire Strikes Back, definitely in S tier. Whether or not it goes at my favourite spot or not, we'll just have to find out. Now it's time for Return of the Jedi. I'm probably gonna... I really like this one. I'm gonna put it above New Hope. I feel like A New Hope's the weakest in the trilogy, but it is still an amazing film. Next is Episode 1. It's a B tier. It's decent, I guess, because I don't think I like it as much because, you know, it's I don't know, there's just something about it that just makes me not like it too much. Attack of the Clones, I don't really hate any Star Wars films, but at the same time, this one is probably the weakest out of all of them. So, yeah, no, actually, you know, I'm going to put there, C tier. Probably none is going to go in D tier, though. Anyway, what I'm going to do next is Revenge of the Sith, actually. I'm just going to go in order of when it came out, actually. That's what I'm doing anyway. Revenge of the Sith, definitely above Empire Strikes Back for me. I love it. It's an amazing Star Wars film, and it's just amazing. Anyway, it is time for La Force Awakens. The Force Awakens, probably underneath Return of the Jedi, for the fact that, like, it is a good film. It's just, I don't like it as much. Now it's Rogue One. I really like Rogue One. I actually S tier for Return of the Jedi. Rogue One's an amazing film. Underneath The New Hope, though, because I haven't watched it in a while, I'll probably rewatch it again soon. The Last Jedi. You know what? I'm swapping them around. I really like The Last Jedi. I feel like it's underrated. There is things that are bad about it. It's just, you know, it's still a good film. I still love it. Solo, I'm going to put that above Return of the Jedi. I love the film. It's definitely underrated. And I love, like, the origin story of Han Solo. And I love everything about it. Now, Rise of Skywalker. I'm going to put that in first place because I think it's an amazing... Like, the reason I like the sequel trilogy more than, like, other people do is because, you know, I grew up with them. I've grown up with them. I saw them in cinema. And same with Rogue One, actually. But, you know, I just love them. So, Rise of Skywalker probably means the most to me because it's the one I like the most out of the sequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy is the trilogy I sort of grew up with, so that's why it's special to me. Anyway, that's why it's number one. So now I'm gonna tell you them in order. In 11th is Attack of the Clones. It's decent but not the best. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is in 10th. It's good, once again. All the fight scenes are good, but obviously I don't like it too much. Star Wars Rogue One. It's an amazing film, but I think it deserves the number 9 spot. Number 8, The Last Jedi. I love it, but it doesn't deserve to go any higher or any lower. A New Hope. A New Hope is definitely a good film, an amazing film, and a classic one. But I feel like there's better Star Wars films. such as The Force Awakens at 6th spot, which, I have a, this one's probably one of the most special to me because it was the first Star Wars film I ever saw in cinema, and I just remember seeing episode 6 the night before I went to go see it, which it was one of the best experiences in cinema for me. And same was Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi. It's just, this one's special because it was my first Star Wars experience in cinema. So anyway, Return of the Jedi, I love it. I feel like it's just a bit better than Force Awakens, coming in at number 5, for the fact that, it's this is the end. It's the end of 6 films. It's a 6-film story. Not counting the sequel trilogy, because the reason for that is because it isn't really, like, the main character isn't even a Skywalker, so I don't really count them as part of I count them as part of the Skywalker saga. It's just not as much as the first 2 trilogies. Anyway, going on to Solo in 4th. I really like it. I just watched it last night for the first time. I had watched bits of it before, but I really liked it last night, and I think I'm probably going to watch it again soon. So yeah, that's why it comes there. Anyway, The Empire Strikes Back, I love the film. It's just the only reason it is down a bit is because I really, there's one scene, one thing I really don't like. I don't like the start of it when it's when they're first on Hoth. When until the monster's arm gets cut off, that's the bit I just didn't like. The first maybe 15 minutes or something of the film, I wasn't a big fan of. But that is fine. Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. I know that the original trilogy came out before the prequel trilogy, but Revenge of the Sith, my brain is getting all confused. This doesn't make sense, but if you know what I mean by it, then it'll make sense. If Revenge of the Sith didn't happen, then the original trilogy would have been all just a random 3 films, because if Revenge of the Sith didn't happen, then that means Anakin wouldn't have turned into Darth Vader, which means that we wouldn't know who Darth Vader is, and Anakin Skywalker wouldn't actually be the real Darth Vader, because he didn't turn into Darth Vader, if that makes sense. But I'm probably just confusing you all. But yeah. Anyway, Rise of Skywalker is my first favourite because it's the most fun, or one of the most amazing experience I've had in cinema. And it was only the 4th Star Wars film in cinema. And I only saw 4. So it was the most recent experience, and I really loved it so much. So that's why I put that at number 1 instead of maybe where others would put it, maybe number 5 or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of the video there. Subscribe. Hopefully you've had a good time. Bye.